Hello everyone, I am Himasati Sharma and student we are going to discuss the chapter Time and Motion for class 7. First of all we need to study what is motion. An object is said to be in motion if it is changing its position with respect to time. So if an object is at place A at 8 a.m. and it moves to place B at 8:05 a.m., so we can say that it has changed the position with respect to time and the body is in motion. For example, a car moving on road is in motion. So an object is said to be at rest if the object does not change its position with the time. That means it is not changing its position whenever the time is passing by. A person standing on the ground is an example of body at rest. So what are the types of motion? The motion of all the objects are not of the same time. It can be different. So there are four different ways or four different types of motion. Rectilinear or translatory motion, which is in straight line. When an object is moving in a straight line without changing its direction, then the body is said to possess translatory or rectilinear motion. For example, car moving on a straight road or in a traffic, or motion of train on a straight bridge is rectilinear motion. Circular motion means when a body moves in the shape of a circle about a fixed point and a fixed radius. For example, movement of planets around the sun or a motion of a child in a merry-go-round is circular motion. Rotational motion is what? When a body is rotating about its fixed axis. For example, earth is spinning on its axis. Spinning of top. Motion of blades of a fan, a rotational motion. Periodic motion, when the motion of a body repeats after fixed interval of time. Example, then the body is said to be in periodic or oscillatory motion. For example, a to and fro motion of a simple pendulum, the motion of a swing, all are the example of periodic motion. Now, the motion can either be slow or fast. That means if a body is changing its position with respect to time, so it can do it in a rapid way or it can do it slowly. So an object which takes a long time to cover a certain distance is known slow, and if object is changing in position in a small time is known as fast. Okay, so for example, if your school is at distance of 5 kilometers from your home and you want to go to school by bicycle, then it may take about 25 minutes to reach the school. But if you go school by school bus, then the same distance can be covered only in 10 minutes. So you will say that bicycle is slow and the bus is fast. So the most convenient way to determine which of the object is moving faster is to compare the distance moved by them in unit time, and this is known as speed. So the object which is moving at a faster rate will have more speed, and the object which is moving at a slower pace will have slow speed. And speed we measure we see two things. One is the distance which is traveled and another is the time. Now we'll discuss about the time. So time is measured, or unit of time is generally measured in seconds, minutes and hours. Time period, what is time period? Is the total time taken by an object to complete one oscillation. This we'll discuss later. And unit of time we have discussed. So measurement of time is done through clocks and watches. So can you imagine how people used to measure time when there were no clocks or watches? So at that point of time, they used the certain periods, like time between one sunrise to another sunrise, which is known as day. Similar way, one full moon to next full moon was a month, and rotational, one revolution around the sun was an year, and few measuring devices were like sundials, water clocks, sun clocks, etc. So what the sundial does, sundial measure time by the position of the shadow which is cast by the sun. The device which uses the flow of scent from one glass bulb to another is called scent clock, and device which uses the rate at which water drip from one vessel to another is known as water clock. So here you can see these are few pictures of sundials. This is Jantar Mantar of Delhi, this is Jantar Mantar of Jaipur, and this is a sundial clock. Similarly, here you can see this is the water clock and this is called sand clock. Now, units of time, as we have discussed, second is the basic unit or standard unit or SI unit of the time, and it is represented by the symbol S. When the larger unit of time or larger period of time is to be measured, these are minutes, hours. 1 hour we know that 60 minutes, 1 minute is of 60 seconds, and different units of time are using depending upon the need. For example, it can be year, day, month, etc. In our next class, we'll be discussing about simple pendulum. Thank you so much.